She-Rag got me. It's Week 10 of the 2022 season, and we'll get a look here at Devontae Adams. He's coming off one of the best weeks we'll ever see, well over 200 yards receiving. It's the Raiders and the Colts, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Colts in this matchup, and they know that they are in for a fight here.
And anytime you're dealing with the #1 defense in the league, all through your preparation, you know that yards are going to be tough to come by. But working in their favor, they can run the football. One of the top 5 teams in the league in that category. So I expect this one to be a tight, hard-hitting affair, and both teams playing to their strengths.
Starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. As Indy's offense takes the field for the first time, we take a look at Matt Ryan, top 10 all-time in passing yards, playing his first career season outside of Atlanta.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw 1 touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Ryan. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Defensively, really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. He'll take it at the 42. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr.
And there's a lot of good to watch in the game last week. He threw 4 touchdown passes. A little bit of concern throwing the 2 interceptions.
Yeah, and the 2 pick.
Yeah, you want the ratio really to be closer to 3-1 as opposed to the 2-1 that he had. But it is something to build on. They did get the win, didn't they?
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Now Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jackrabbit Jenkins. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. fielded just outside the goal line.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division and making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
The loss of and 11 to throw his car. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before him. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Gets past one man. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 44. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay.
The ball is free. Taylor lost it.
And the Raiders pick it up. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, my friend, this has certainly been a comedy of errors here in the first quarter. Neither side able to really hang on to the ball.
Yeah, now I'm just curious to see which team can adjust because both have made their mistakes, as you said.
Yeah, and whoever can do that can seize firm control of this game, something they haven't done with the ball so far.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter.
Picked off by Kenny Moore.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Blankenship out for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
First down Raiders, Carr to Waller.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. Now it's Carr. Looking deep for Adams. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all.
It's caught inside the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
And to put a bow on it, Next Gen Stats saying that traveled an even 66 yards in the air.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that one makes it 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive.
And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
This one fielded at the 5. Indy set to go on offense once more. And, you know, there's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 46 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Ryan. It's brought in by Adam Humphries.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 31-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Ryan.
That's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Award that tackle for loss to the linebacker, Denzel Perryman.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
2nd and 12. Ryan. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Max Crosby. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That sack backs Ryan the Colts up a bit here, facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. So Ryan heads to the sideline, and out now is Rodrigo Blankenship for the Indianapolis field goal try. Blankenship's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Raiders have the ball back, and here comes Davante Adams to the field again. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, what a jump. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. After the interception, here's Ryan. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones. On the move past the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Again, Ryan. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ford, that got in there to bring him down.
3rd and long. They'll look to throw.
The toss here completed to Pittman. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Ryan. Able to find his man, Woods. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Ryan will throw again. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Mo Alley Cox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Well, the midterm elections are now concluded, and I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief for that. But now it's time for midterm football, where we've moved past the unofficial halfway point of the season. And we got a couple of good matchups in the night games here in Week 10. Tonight it's North versus South in California. The Chargers and Niners from Santa Fe.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
That's good for a Las Vegas.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. This looks like a free play for Ryan. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Jayon Brown, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Marching back onto the field now, Davante Adams and company getting set to go.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
10 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
And a gain of 2. And the and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Carr. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Working the middle here, that's complete to Moreau, the tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. On play action, it's Carr rolling to his right. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Colts pick it up. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Colts.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, Ryan. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Colts pick it up on the move past the 40. And the return here is stopped at the 30.